Welcome again, ladies and gentlemen, to our press conference this morning. I'm Andrew Lejeune. We're joined by the connections of Danon Smash today, Takayuki Yasuda, the trainer, and Joe Moreira as well, some international media colleagues on Zoom, and we'll have questions from the floor and from anyone else in a moment. Also, we also have a translator on hand to help with our Japanese, of course. We'll start off with the trainer, Mr. Yasuda. So the first question would be how has Danon Smash been in these the weeks leading up to Sunday since he's arrived here in Hong Kong?
毎日ジョアン・モレーラジョッキーが稽古に乗っていただいて順調だと聞いてます。
And obviously had to train this horse remotely for his win on International Day as well back in December. What are some of the difficulties, if there are at all any, in trying to train a horse from Japan when he's here in Hong Kong?
そうですね、2年前に初めて香港に行って、惨敗だったんですけども、再度去年に行ってチャンピオンになって、さらに今年はもう一度そのチャンピオンの気分を味わいたいと思ってます。
Is it possible that he's still actually getting better? Because his win on International Day was brilliant and equally great last time out back in Japan in the Takamatsunami Kinnan. Could he still be getting better, or are you just confident that he's at his peak now and that's still good enough to win?
はい。ダノンスマッシュも6歳になって、馬はすごく完成されてきました。そしてやっぱりこの香港、世界の香港のこのレースを本当に楽しみにしています。
Of course, in December as well, he drew barrier number 14. So wherever he drew was going to be better this time round. Are you happy with barrier number 5 for Sunday?
モレーラジョッキーはどう思ってますか?
In my opinion, the gate 5 is extremely good to him. He's going to have every chance from there. To place himself in the race anywhere that he wants to. It's a very tricky race because there is some fast horses jumping from the inside and so too some from the outside. But we're talking about a field of 13 horses, so it is very cheeky, very tricky, but I'm very, very happy with the gate number 5. And as Andrew described, any gate this time would be better than 14 as last time. He was able to make it from 14 in December, and I believe gate 5, he's going to find it much easier to place himself in the race.
Joe, while we've got you then, you didn't ride him in December, of course, but you rode in the race. How good a performance was that of Danon Smash's to win on International Day?
That was very impressive in my opinion. I would say that race was a stronger race than this one that we raced on the weekend, the Champions Days, the Champions Sprint. And I'm not expecting to perform any different because what he's been indicating to me that he is in as good form or if not even better. He's been going very well. I'm extremely happy with the horse. And myself being given a chance to ride such a good horse, I'm very, very pleased for that. Hopefully we can get the best out of him.
You just touched on the barrier draw there a moment ago. It's only just happened, so you'll still be, working things out. But who do you see as the main dangers? Because you obviously know the Hong Kong horses very well.
Listen, it's a very open field. There isn't one that stands out. If there is one, Danon Smash should be the one. His form is extremely good, and I think the local horses are going to find very difficult to beat him. Based on the form that he is, based on his ability, and based on circumstance that seems like he's playing around him, because even though this time he's getting a better gate and he's going to find a bit easier to get himself well placed in the race. Jolly Banner, who actually ran very well 2 starts ago, ran second to him actually. He has to be respected. But the main one, in my opinion, is Wellington, who is proven to be a good horse. We have to forgive him for his last start. He was definitely not able to bring his A game, but if he does, we know he's pretty good and he deserves the respect. I would have him as the main dangers.
All right, so Wellington, the main danger for Joe. I don't know if we've got any questions from the floor here or also via Zoom as well from our international colleagues, if anyone.
Hi, this is for Mr. Yasuda. How far out did you decide to come to this race? Was it as soon as you won in December, or when you saw the lack of depth in the sprinters here, or when did you decide to come here?
昨年、香港のスプリント勝った時、もうその時点で、また一応希望ではありましたが、一応狙ってました。去年勝った時点で。
Just how for Mr. Yasuda, how do you assess the Hong Kong sprinters? Are they obviously you've been here with Lord Kanaloa? How do they compare now? Is it do you find it easier or?
はい、昨年はまだ父親の域にここには達しなかったんですけども、ここに来て香港では肩を並べるぐらいまで来たかなと思っています。
So, Joe, maybe a follow-up question for you, just about your association with these Japanese horses. You've enjoyed lots of success in the past. You've obviously ridden there in Japan as well. What sets them apart, do you think? So they've got an outstanding record when they travel anywhere in the world.
Andrew, I believe Mr. Yasuda is proven to be a successful trainer overseas, but it's all related to the breeding industry. They've got some really good horses there. They make sure they keep on breeding them. And from my understanding, whatever it's not good, they find other occupation to their horses. And some more. It's amazing how come they're not afraid of taking any on challenge, any places. They just get in the plane and go. And apparently they love showing what they've got best. Lord Kanaloa, which in my opinion has been the best sprinter over here that turned up in Hong Kong ever. I'm quite surprised Mr. Yasuda is appointed that Danon Smash is on his standard, because I think he's going to take a really, really good horse to put side by side to Lord Kanaloa. But I'm glad to hear that. That means he has big faith on this horse, and that means apparently I'm going to have great fun to see on board of Danon Smash. I really think the fearless of the Japanese of not taking on any big race around the world, and with the really good breeding industry they've got over there, the success that they've been getting, it's related to that.
One more question for Mr. Yasuda then, please, is that what is it like for him, or what was it like in December watching the race from Japan, and does he find it more nerve-wracking being there in Japan and watching it on the television than actually being in it himself? How does he handle the day, or how will he handle it on Sunday?
はい、東京競馬場で観戦します。
Right. Does he get very nervous though watching on TV? Would he obviously naturally rather be here?
どちらも非常に興奮します。
All right, well, fantastic. I'm sure he'll do you proud on the weekends.
I have a question to Mr. Yasuda. Well, I'm pretty sure Danon Smash is going to win German Sprint Prize comfortably. So what is your next ambition? For example, is Royal Ascot is in your sight, or is, your ultimate goal is coming back to Hong Kong December to repeat Hong Kong Sprint? What's your biggest ambition?
はい、一応ジャーマンのスプリント終わった後は夏は一息入れまして、中山のスプリンターズステークスを目標にします。その後にできれば12月の香港にまた行きたいです。
ありがとうございます。
We look forward to welcoming him back anyway. Win, lose or draw on the weekend, back to defend his title in December. Do you have anything to add, Joe?
I would just describe that the horse, all the feel I have had during the week with him on track work, he's indicated that he's in great form, and I'm really looking forward to sit on him on the weekend. I believe he's going to be able to produce what he's got best.
Excellent. Good words to finish on. Thank you, gentlemen. Mr. Yasuda, Joe Moreira, jockey of Danon Smash on the weekend. Thank you for your time this morning, and the very best of luck in the Chairman's Sprint Prize on Sunday.